There are two things that good players do differently when it comes to dealing with stupid teammates and actually winning more games despite playing with low IQ people. I'm Kimmy, the manliest man with a girl's name, and in this video I will tell you the things that I used to rank up to Radiant, get to max level in almost every competitive game that I've played, and also help other people get similar results. And it seems like only 14% of you are subscribed, which is a disgrace towards my dog, so subscribe. So if you boil it down, a person who wants to win more games has to do 4 things: play their role to the maximum of their capabilities, coordinate with the team to play as a unit and not get picked off one by one, find things that work and stick to them until they don't anymore, and untilting people and making them focus again. The last thing might be the hardest to do. People train a lot on their aim and mechanics, but never train their minds. So once they see the slightest problem in game, they give up. First, understand that if you want to rank up, you have to be the rock in this equation on which the team is set upon. I'm not saying to always try to be the positive person and try to encourage everybody and always be the mood raiser. I'm saying that if someone is proactive, they usually win. Yes, it takes more energy from you to do so, but if you really want to win more games, someone has to take the leader role, and no, I'm not talking about Sigma bullshit here. So there are usually 2 ways to deal with someone that is raging or on tilt, and you have to understand how to approach this. If the person is on tilt because they are underperforming and they enter their doomer arc, help them out. Don't add fuel to the fire. If you blame them and they're not saying anything negative back to you, don't be an ass. Yes, you might get a boost of free dopamine because you put yourself on a higher shelf than them and feel good about yourself for a sec, but the end result is the same for everybody else. You all lose. Whenever I was playing bad in CS, my buddy never flamed me, he just used me as a dummy or decoy for him to play off. It might sound stupid, but it works. If you're not useful to the team, just go help someone out, create space, do something like that. What I usually tell these people is to come with me because without them I can't do X things on a site. It doesn't have to be true, you can legit gaslight them. You give them a sense of purpose and make them feel important, which usually works. If that thing happens to actually work, hype them up afterwards. It's like dealing with a dog. If they do good things, you give them a treat. If not, at least they get a pat on the head or something. Now, if the person is legit raging and flaming everybody else, match their energy but don't direct the energy towards them. For example, if they yell that everybody sucks, you can yell back and tell him, yes, but we have to win this game. Let's group up and do the enter on this site. 9 out of 10 times these types of people relax a bit. When I was playing CS, this was the basic environment, so trust me, it works. And if everything else fails and if the person keeps flaming the team, mute them. But tell everybody else to mute them as well with conviction. It's still a team game after all. If you're the only one muting him and the rest keep hearing his flaming, it doesn't help that much. You might play better, but the team as a whole will still be trash. Most likely they will relax after a while. He will just be screaming at the wall and there is no feedback from that. These types of people usually want feedback from their teammates, and the best way to win in this case is to simply ignore them, use them as bait, let them go first, things like that. So again, if they're on tilt because they're underperforming and feel bad about themselves, encourage them, make them feel important and include them in the equation, even if you just use them as bait or tell them to use some of their abilities here and there. If they're raging and flaming, first match their energy and see if their tone changes or if they calm down a bit. If not, tell everybody on the team to mute them and just use them as bait, decoys, or play off them. If you see him going on a side, just use him as a fake and you and the other 3 guys enter the other side, things like that. So if you want to progress faster, I also open my memberships here on YouTube and also on Discord. It's a way for you to support the channel and also learn some things. Now, don't be a doomer and actually be an improver.
Arrivederci.